we don't do enough hard things. So when you look at a cold plunge, for example, I love them. I love them. I use them as often as I can. And the reason is it's hard. It forces you to do something you don't like to do. Boom! Boom! What's up, everyone? Marc Lobliner, TigerFitness.com. Let's talk about intermittent fasting. You know, what's really crazy is a lot of the people I watch, from Rhonda Patrick to Peter Attia to Andrew Huberman, who were big on intermittent fasting or time-restricted eating, are no longer big on it because the data has pretty much showed us that there are no real benefits above caloric restriction. Now, the reason I like intermittent fasting is, number one, the same reason I like cold plunging, is because it gives you that mental edge. Simply, here's the deal. As Americans, like even the poorest of poor Americans, we live pretty good lives. Like we have a very convenience-based life where we don't have to worry about the rigors. Like think about it, the richest guy in the 1900s, in the early 1900s, was far less convenienced than the poorest person on earth here. I mean, not on earth, but in America, which is crazy, right? Like we have electricity. I'm there and I saw a woman at the grocery store the other day using food stamps with an iPhone, a smartphone. That's our poor people? Okay, we're in a very blessed society. We have a lot of cool stuff, right? So the thing is, we don't do enough hard things. So when you look at a cold plunge, for example, I love them. I love them. I use them as often as I can. And the reason is it's hard. It forces you to do something you don't like to do. And that's the reason I like to overtrain, right? Like that was Mike Rashid's whole thing about overtraining. Overtraining isn't just about building muscle. It's about building the brain. So they're like, well, it doesn't build as much, it doesn't build more muscle than going right up to failure. Cool. But what it does, it builds that motivation within to go above and beyond that threshold. And that's why I love it. So I like intermittent fasting for that. I also like it for people who just eat too much food and snack too much. If between the hours where your waking hours, let's say when you wake up, let's say you wake up at 7 a.m. and then you start eating at 2 p.m., that's a huge block of time. That's a huge block of time where you can't mess up on your diet. So then you have that 6-hour window from 2 to 8 where that's the only time you can mess up. So it mitigates the damage. So for a lot of people, intermittent fasting is very effective in keeping their caloric intake lower. However, if you're able to manage your macronutrients, measure your food, and control yourself, there is no benefit to intermittent fasting above that. And also you talk about autophagy, this and that and the third. Look, man, autophagy doesn't hit till well into a fast, over 24 hours into the fast. And also, you get autophagy by simply exercising hard. So I really don't need that added autophagy. There's other ways to get autophagy. So that's why I think intermittent fasting just doesn't make sense, doesn't matter. But why did intermittent fasting fail before this data? Why did it fall off? It seems like in the mid-2010s, you had the Hodge twins, had the Fasting Twins channel. Everybody who did intermittent fast like me was considered a moron, whatever. Like if you did an intermittent fast, you guys might not remember this, in the mid-2010s, you were considered a jackass and a moron because all the cool kids were intermittent fasting. And I'm like, why would I intermittent fast? Like I get on stage leaner than anyone and I eat all throughout the day. Why would I even intermittent fast? And then it hit me like, this ain't gonna last. This fad's not gonna last. You wanna know why? The same reason I said, and you could look up my tweets, you can look up everything. Not even tweets, but Instagram, Facebook, whatever we were using back then, even my YouTube videos. Outright bars are back in stock in our top selling flavors, including the all-time bestseller cookies and cream. Go to TigerFitness.com now. Stock up on Outright bars because whoever you are, whatever you do, the Outright bar is perfect for you. Go to TigerFitness.com now. I will not intermittent fast because I like eggs and toast. Look, man, people like eating breakfast. It just tastes really good. Breakfast at 8 a.m. or 6 a.m. I usually eat my breakfast after the gym around 7:30, 8 o'clock. Breakfast just hits when you eat that shit for breakfast. When I'm cooking up eggs and toast at 2 p.m., which I normally can't because I'm out and about and I have my food in a thermos, bro, it just doesn't hit. It just does not slap like when you have breakfast for breakfast. So above and beyond all the scientific data, I've always said that intermittent fasting is not something that people can sustain. They're like, well, bro, you can just skip breakfast. People don't like skipping breakfast. You know how many times I go to breakfast with colleagues, like to meet, to have a business meeting? It's a fucking thing. So all these people out there, like, oh no, I'll just have my black coffee. No, I want eggs and toast because that's what Americans fucking eat. We need to eat good food. We want to have breakfast. I don't want to drink black coffee, watch eat an omelet. I want avocado toast like those rich liberals in Austin. That's what I want to eat. That's why we're doing it. Am I wrong? Look, at the end of the day, man, intermittent fasting is cool. It helps you restrict your calories, but it has no benefit above just eating at a deficit, eating in a hypocaloric state. So I'm going to end with this, guys. Number one is get this shirt right now and everything at tigerfitness.com. Coupon code MAHA, M-A-H-A, coupon code MAHA gets you 10% off the entire site, including this awesome Make America Healthy Again shirt, okay? Okay, that's the first thing. If you use intermittent fasting as a means for creating a caloric deficit, because there's no magic to it, keep doing it. If you use intermittent fasting to make you tougher mentally, keep doing it. But if you like eating breakfast and you can control your calories throughout the day, do that instead because it's just better. I don't like skipping breakfast. I also don't like training fasted. I don't train fasted. I tried it, bro. I train too hard for that shit. I have carbs during training in my intra-workout machine fuel. I usually have an outright bar pre-workout. Post-workout, I eat my eggs and toast. And if I'm training in the afternoon, I'll have an MTS whey shake with a banana, an outright bar, chicken and rice, beef and rice, something like that. That's the bottom line. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much. Be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, click on the notification bell. Support us, please. Go to tigerfitness.com. We greatly appreciate you, greatly love you. Thank you so much. God bless you all. I'm Marc Lobliner, because starving yourself, that's not a game. Fish oil is one of the staple supplements that you should take. Now, for me, I like to have a 2-to-1 EPA to DHA ratio. Now, DHA is awesome. A lot of cognitive benefits come from DHA, but if you get anti-inflammation and things that we go through as people who want to train, who want to be active, want to feel great, you want slightly more EPA. That's why I created MTS Nutrition Fish Oil. Now, this is a 2-to-1 EPA to DHA ratio. It is fantastic, and it has citrus, so it's not going to give you the fishy burps. And the way we make it, it's not going to be rancid. That's one thing you got to fear. A lot of these fish oils, they can go rancid and actually be more bad than they are good. But we actually don't have that problem with MTS Nutrition Fish Oil. The dosing I recommend will be above label. Label, we just put take 1 soft gel or as directed by a fitness professional or a medical professional. But for me, I like to take 3 grams of total EPA and DHA a day combined. So with that said, I take 5 MTS Nutrition Fish Oil a day. Now, I love my brand. I recommend it. It's a tremendous value. Available right now at tigerfitness.com. If you want a great fish oil, if you want to support a company who loves you, support a company who doesn't hate you, support a company with the best customer service and people, American family-owned company, MTS Nutrition, tigerfitness.com. Get your fish oil today.